Okay, hi four elements, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to go ahead and get a general message. Let's see what the energy is like. Now it is a general message, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. So I do hope that everybody is doing well, but what do we have, Spirit? What's the strongest energy here today? What do we have for the collective? So the first card coming out is Courthouse. Number 23 or 32 boils down to a 5. Then coming out sideways, we have Occupation. So there could be something here to do with a legal situation when it comes to someone's work. And we have House. I see somebody almost like receiving either this is like a letter of some sort. I'm seeing some sort of information coming to someone. Now, it's either through, like I said, some sort of letter or document, or this could even be like somebody actually turning up at someone's home. Clarify these cards. What is Courthouse? Oh, marriage in the reverse. Someone could be going through a divorce or a breakup. What's Occupation? Thoughts. And what is House? Okay. So that came out sideways. So someone also could be thinking about relocating here with Journey. Now, like I said, there could be some sort of hold up. There could be like separation of like assets and things. You know, maybe that is kind of like stopping somebody from making some sort of move, or they're waiting to tie something up. But show me more. Yeah, this could be about some sort of documents, because I'm hearing that song. I don't know if you guys know it, but I don't even know where it's from, but I can just hear the bit where she says, hey, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Show me more. What is this Courthouse and marriage in the reverse? You have the 9 of Swords. So this talks about anxiety, stress, and worry and sleepless nights here. I'm hearing somebody worrying or stressing about making some sort of plans. Now, if this isn't about actual legal separation or divorce, right? Sometimes the marriage card with the Courthouse, it can just talk to me about maybe some sort of a soul contract being severed here, or it being over. Show me more. What is Occupation and Thoughts? We have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is Taurus energy, and it can talk about a leader, a teacher. It can also talk about, tradition, religion, things like that. What is the House and the Journey? I see the 7 of Swords, which is like lying, cheating, deception, but I'm actually hearing Spirit say there may be something here about somebody moving very strategically. So something here is about strategy. So like I said, it all boils back down to this planning of something. What was the extra card? The Queen of Swords in the reverse. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Why is the Queen of Swords in the reverse? Someone may also need to be careful about, getting bad advice. Or what's the Queen of Swords in the reverse? Landed on the 9 of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's some sort of... Knight of Swords is an energy of communication. The Knight of Swords is about seizing opportunities. What's the Queen of Swords in the reverse? The Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, and the Page of Swords. Someone needs to be careful either who they're telling their business to or who they're getting advice from. Especially if it has to do with love. What's the Queen of Cups in the upright? The 6 of Wands. So there's victory and success here. Queen of Cups is usually someone who's very loving and caring and nurturing. 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. But I do see the Moon and the 8 of Swords. with the Six of Swords. Someone is in their head here. What's the Queen of Swords in the reverse? The Two of Cups in the reverse. Landed on this marriage in the reverse. Nine of Swords. So is there a feminine energy out here who's worried about, oh, I heard the word bitter, who's worried or bitter about somebody moving on to another situation, but something's ending with them? Two of Cups reverse. What's the Knight of Swords? The Six of Swords. Somebody's moving. And it looks like for whoever it is, you know, it kind of feels like, I feel like maybe things are going to be very victorious. So, but let's clarify these cards. What is the Nine of Swords? Look at that. What is the Knight of Swords? The Knight of Swords. With the Page of Wands. Show me about the Nine of Swords, Spirit. What is the Nine of Swords? What do we have for the collective? Show me. You have the Winter Solstice here. And the Winter Solstice, yeah, it talks about tying up loose ends. So I believe I said that here. Something could be happening right now in the winter months. But this is tying up loose ends. This is someone who is actually validating their feelings. Show me more. Somebody here has found some sort of light within. Yeah, maybe after being in a kind of like sad or down place. You have the Five of Cups, which is sadness, grief, loss, and mourning. Well, this is whoever this is being left behind. That Queen of Swords energy in reverse, maybe. And then I see the Four of Swords, which to me is laying something to rest. And you have the Six of Coins. Maybe someone had to let go of a situation because it wasn't an equal give and take. Or someone's worried about wherever someone's going, this is what it's going to be. The Six of Coins talks about generosity. Someone's love language could be giving. But this is an energy where someone is like saying, do you know what, I'm going somewhere where I'm going to be valued. What is the Six of Coins? The Page of Wands. Good news. It wanted to land on that Four of Swords. Now, someone may not necessarily have separated just yet. That journey is coming out sideways, but I do feel like it is heavy on someone's mind. Something, when someone thinks about another person or a situation, about going somewhere, it brings them some sort of silent excitement. Yeah, the Sun at the bottom of the deck. What's the Six of Coins, Page of Wands? Now that is a Six of Coins, but I'm looking at this card, number 16 card, where it talks about thoughts, and it's making me think of almost like the Six of Cups, where that is an energy of almost like, reminiscing, it's fond memories, nostalgic energy. King of Coins energy here could be significant. Yeah, and right behind him is the Empress with the Eight of Coins. Someone could even have fallen in love with someone, or, at their workplace or something like that. Or someone just sees someone where they kind of feel like, you know what, I could put the hard work in that situation. Six of Coins, Page of Wands. The Seven of Swords. We already have the Seven of Swords here. What's the Seven of Swords? Landing on thoughts is the Lovers. Now, I could see that, right? It would almost obviously stand out where someone could have definitely been in a situation where they were dealing with someone who was a cheater or a liar. But I still feel like this is an energy of someone who is moving very strategically or being very quiet about their moves here when it comes to love or a choice in love. Clarify the Seven of Swords and the Lovers. The Eight of Coins. came out with the moon. Okay, hold on, because this moon card does talk about deception and things like that, but it also talks about anxiety. Clarify the Seven of Swords and that moon. The Eight of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, there's dishonesty here. Or, like I said, this is coming out sideways. Maybe someone hasn't actually left a situation yet, but it would say to me in their head, either they're lacking direction of what to do with this situation, but this also talks about staying in something for the wrong reason. Faking happiness. Two of Wands, there's the choice. So, I also see somebody watching something in secret. I don't know. What's the Seven of Swords? The Ace of Swords. The Knight of Wands. The Five of Swords in the nice way up, okay? This talks about somebody shifting the energy, making amends. Someone may want to apologize or speak to someone. Maybe somebody did, you know, kind of check out their other options, but maybe they're realizing that those other options really don't compare, okay, to the collective. What fell on the floor is the Eight of Cups in the upright. What's that Knight of Wands? Or someone here is prepared to take some sort of risk or something here. Someone could be booking something online. Like this could be somebody looking at, I don't know, tickets or something like that. Looking up someone's address as well is what I'm seeing here. Could be this divine feminine. Empress with the sun, Leo energy, Libra energy, Taurus energy. What's that Knight of Wands? Waning moon. Reevaluating your plans, new perspectives, having patience. But also that waning moon is landing on the towers behind it. Aries, Scorpio energy. Yeah, something's going to be shocking or surprising. What's the waning moon and the tower? It's like either somebody having some sort of an epiphany, an aha moment, or there's some sort of sudden change. Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Ooh, someone's at a crossroads about a breakup. Or maybe someone's really worried that something's going to fail. Oh, okay. Collective. Spirit, why did the collective need to know this? Just a few cards. Why do they need to know this? You have the Hermit, Virgo energy. You have the Page of Swords. And then you also have the Page of Wands. What's the Hermit? They all flipped in the reverse. You have the King of Swords in the reverse, which is interesting. And King of Swords in reverse on my main channel, which is called The Rising Phoenix, The Chosen Virgos, if you want to go check it out. But the King of Swords in reverse came out in my Evil Eye reading. Four of Wands in the reverse and the Chariot in the reverse. Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Now, for some of you here, there may be something here about you maybe needing to be careful about who you go forward with. A confirmation. I feel like that was my confirmation. Because the King of Swords in the reverse, any king or queen in the reverse can talk to me about someone who is a liar or something like that. But it could also be meaning to me that maybe someone is moving in silence. Four of Wands in the reverse, right, with the Page of Swords. I don't know if someone here is waiting for some sort of information. Like I said, we have that marriage in the reverse, and the Four of Wands can represent that. Or again, it could represent something to do with a home situation. Maybe someone needs to do more research, get more information. But the Chariot in the reverse, I feel like someone here needs to realize that one situation isn't moving forward. You're not being honest with yourself, and there is better for you with the Page of Wands. But maybe the Chariot is coming in the reverse because there is no action. 5 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 5 of Cups. Some of you need to be careful, like I always say, especially if you are someone who is doing financially well. You know, be careful that people ain't coming back towards you for that. But I don't know if there's arguments over money or property. In a marriage, Ace of Coins could represent that. 2 of Wands talks about making a choice. 5 of Cups is an energy of crying over spilt milk. You ain't happy, so why don't you move on? 8 of Wands. To something more solid, stable. I'm hearing more guaranteed. 10 of Pentacles. But you have the 2 of Swords. Next to the 8 of Cups. 2 of Swords is being at a crossroads. I'm just going to pretend there's no problem here. Because I can't see a way forward. You know, it's a stalemate situation. Where there's a will, there's a way. 8 of Cups. Walking away, walking straight into the 10 of Cups. Someone here needs to think carefully about what it is that they're investing in here. So, 4 elements, I am going to leave that there. That is what I have picked up. I do hope that something has resonated with you guys. If it has, I do ask that you like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, stay safe. Love and light, guys.